Hey y'all, welcome to Nat and Grace Revelations. This is Sarah Tia. This is a reading for the collective. May or may not resonate, but I do offer personal readings, and a link to the site is in the description. Now, y'all, just putting this out there because of some of the comments that have been coming in. I am not reading for you specifically. I repeatedly say when I start these readings that they may or may not resonate. So to comment 1,000 question marks under a reading or to say, no, it's not this, it's that, I'm not fucking talking to you then. Like, leave it where it's at and go find another reader. Like, it's not that deep. Keep your negativity to yourself. Because at this point, I'm about to just start muting y'all bitches. Because we don't do that around here. Okay, if you're confused, ask for clarification, but use real words. Don't put 1,000 question marks under my videos and shit like that. Like, bitch, you heard what it was. You heard what I said. Okay, and if the frequency is too high for you to comprehend, go find somebody on your level that you can understand, bitch. Like, get the fuck up out of here with y'all's weird ass negativity. Like, bitch, did you created this account just like 2 months ago? Did you create this account just to comment on my page, nigga? Like, be real with yourself. Like, these are fucking clowns. And it's coming across to me as if they're in places and spaces to where they want attention so bad. But it's like, why not try to do or say something positive to get a reaction? Why not do or say something positive to get this attention? You feel me? Like, why do you feel the need to be negative or to be aggressive or to be hateful or to be mean or rude or disrespectful or anything like that to be able to get attention? Like, why do y'all act like that? You know what I mean? Like, if you want attention, you're not going to get it out of me by being negative. I'm telling you that right now. I will delete you bitches, block you bitches, ignore you bitches. Okay? Like, I don't give a fuck about you bitches in that type of way to where I will let y'all impact me, my life, my energy in that type of way, nor anybody else that's here to listen or watch or subscribe or any of that. Like, we don't do negativity around this bitch. So y'all can keep y'all's demons to yourselves. Any of y'all that's into worshiping gods and honoring gods and doing shit like that, you're not in the place where you should be right now because we don't do that around here either. If you practice witchcraft on people, you're not in the right place because we don't do that around here either. Okay, if you do not believe in a higher power, whatever you may call that deity, okay, you are not in the right place. So please remove yourself if I am not a reader that is on your frequency. Okay? I don't need it. But interview with a vampire is what was coming to me before we got started. Interview with the vampire, and I came across, YouTube will just put stuff in your algorithm. Samuel Little, and I had never heard of him, but he was a serial killer, a black man, serial killer. I think he had like 96 victims or something crazy starting in like the 70s. And this man has such a vivid memory of every woman that he murdered that it was so, I don't even know how to explain it. If you listen to this man talk about these experiences, he's talking about them as if he's just going down memory lane. Like, oh, yeah, so I met her at the bar and she was light skinned and heavy set. She had the teeth like this. And you describing these women like he was just dating them, but these are women that he literally murdered. Not like this is my girlfriend and it's a crime of passion. No, randomly meeting strangers in different places and spaces just to be able to murder them. And I believe, from my understanding, like 99% of the victims were strangled to death, and he said he drowned one. But this man remembers what they look like to where he drew pictures of them. He remembered one of the girls' boyfriend's names. Remember what car he was driving. Remembered where he was, where he took them. Where, like I said, where he met them. He just remembers so many details about these people that he never had a positive intent with in general. And if you see this man, like, I don't know how he was in the 70s, but if you see this man right now, you would think he was just a regular pawpaw. Like, you would never question, like, that anything about this man. Maybe if you get to know him, have conversation with him, I don't know. But just from the outside looking in, just, he looked like a regular pawpaw, y'all. So I feel like that is playing a really big role tied into the collective, to where this regular individual, or these regular people are doing very devious things. I heard nefarious, period. They're doing very devious things, but these are people that have ties to, like, politics, law enforcement, government agencies. They are CEOs. They are the owners of things. They will be the faces of specific brands, things like that. There are things that these people have going on behind their companies. Okay. So if this is like, if y'all remember the whole Wayfair situation, like, to where they were naming their furniture after, like, and they had like names, human names for their furniture. And come to find out, there was supposedly this crazy human trafficking ring behind Wayfair. That's what this feels like. And Allie Carter, y'all. Oh my goodness. This stuff is so deep. Um, she explained that with human trafficking, the people, whether children or, whatever, like, they're talked about as product. But she said black kids specifically are typically given names like food names. White kids are labeled as furniture. And I cannot remember what she said about the Latinos. I cannot remember what she said about the Latina products. She said it would just be like products or things or something like that, I believe. Um, but there are fronts. There are fronts for these things. Like, it's like a detective or like some type of sheriff or like a leader of something like that. If y'all have ever seen that movie with Halle Berry, oh my gosh, Gothica is what that's called. That's what I'm seeing, is like the sheriff in that movie wound up being like a a murderer or like a rapist or something crazy. Um and I don't think I can't remember, like, it was almost like she was having these like visions or something that was showing her bits and pieces of like the predatory behaviors that this man was doing. It was something to where she had an entity that either was showing her these things. It was something like that. Like, one of his victims was helping her. Kind of like The Lovely Bones. If y'all have ever seen The Lovely Bones, that's a great movie. When a little girl was, she went missing or she was murdered or whatever, but it was by her neighbor who was seemingly like this just great regular guy. Like, it's something like that that's playing a really big role here, y'all. So if something or someone goes missing, it's like they're right next door, or it's because of like a next door neighbor or somebody that, well, maybe works over this person, above this person in some type of way, but they work with very close ties to like law enforcement, politicians. They have very close ties, like, to people in positions of power. I don't care if it's judges, magistrates, things like that. They're very close.